Hello, my name's Anthony Weiner, and it looks like I am running for New York City Council in New York City. That might not be news to you. For a while, I was reluctant to say for sure if I was going to do it. One, because I didn't know for sure I was. And also, I was on the air doing a radio show, and they said they didn't want me to announce that, whatever. So the first thing I did was I wanted to see if people would donate to my campaign, and hundreds of people have. And that's been gratifying. We shortly are going to get a check from the campaign finance board. Then the next part of the process was to go out and collect signatures on a petition called a designating petition, which designates your petition to be on the ballot. And we collected thousands of signatures, went to hundreds and hundreds of doors. And the reaction there was very positive. Not uniformly positive, but pretty darn positive, in that we were able to, with a pretty small organization and me going door to door a lot, collect a bunch of signatures. Those were filed. And now I'm going to be on the ballot to run for city council. For those of you who are uninitiated or like, wait, catch me up a little bit on the whole Anthony Weiner thing. I used to be a member of Congress. I was a city councilman years ago. 1991, I guess it was, when I was 27. I was a member of Congress for the better part of 7 terms, then lost my seat, had to resign in a scandal, and then another scandal as I struggled with mental illness and addiction and things like that. And then I went away to prison for a while, did my time, served probation, halfway house, got into recovery, and thank God I'm here today. So how does that bring us to today? Well, this city council district that I live in the East Village, the Village, Gramercy, a little bit of Flatiron, Murray Hill, a little bit of call it Lower Manhattan, roughly from Houston Street to roughly the low 30s, roughly 6th Avenue to roughly the water here in New York City. Open seat in that the incumbent is term limited. So I began the campaign the way I normally would, which is a book of 25 ideas for 2025. You can get that at the website, anthonyweiner.com. And now I've been out there saying hello to people. A couple of things I've noticed. People are concerned about the situation in the city, and I'm saying things that resonate with them. Another thing is my opponents are like freaked out. Oh my God, don't let him run. We don't want him, etc. One of my opponents even has my picture on her literature. They're good people, these other people running, but they come from a very different firmament of democratic politics than I do, in that they seem very concerned about not antagonizing anyone or not offending any interest group, when I'm just saying, listen, let's try to come to some agreement on the common problems that we have of a sense of disorder in the city, and that homeless people are living on the streets that need mental health care, that people are, you pay $2.90 to get into the subway and 5 people get in behind you that don't pay. We've got marijuana, legal, illegal, chaotically taking over our parks and our streets because of a bad rollout of a what should have been a pretty easy thing to do, decriminalize marijuana. Now we're in the business and we've done it in a bad way. That's just a few of the issues. You can go check out my website, anthonyweiner.com. So what happens now? Well, between now and June, which is when the primary occurs, and I point out when the primary occurs because it's an overwhelmingly Democratic district in an overwhelmingly Democratic city. Hopefully we'll have a competition of ideas. I could not help noticing when my opponents, shy about me. They never take issue with the things I say. They just want to stop me. And I get it. I'm coming from a very, very different place. A lot of people who are, again, not familiar with the district, not familiar with the race, not familiar with New York City politics, have been like, oh my God, you've got that scandal stuff, you're well known, et cetera. How are you handling all of that? And by and large, the way I'm handling it is however voters want to talk to me about it, I'm basically meeting them where they are. If they're good faith and they want to hear about my struggles, if they want to hear about what really happened in my case and not the imaginary stuff that some other people, but I'm not going to scrape. I'm not blaming anyone else for my problems, but at the same time, I paid my debt to society, and I'm not going to pay individual debts or be held to a different standard than other people are. But if people want to ask me about it, they do. And frankly, not a lot of people are. Reporters are into it. My opponents are obsessed with it. But by and large, for the most part, people are concerned with their lives and improving their community. So in future episodes of this, I thought what I would do is periodically let you behind the scenes of what goes on in a campaign. I'm in a different place than perhaps other candidates are. I have done this before, and I am not beholden to anyone. I'm not really captive to any interest groups or other elected officials or any clubhouse. I'm not going to get those supporters, those institutions, but their supporters and their members, I probably am, to be honest. I think I'm saying things that resonate with people, and I'm eager to engage the debate. But as far as this medium, I'm going to try to let you behind the scenes a little. I'm going to do some of the old-fashioned stuff, which is to frankly tell you about the issues that I care about, 25 issues for 2025. I'll talk about each one of those. But also every so often, I'll also do a little bit of showing you about what goes on in a campaign. And hopefully that is some utility if you ever want to run for office or you want to know what's going on in the campaign. And also if you want to reach out to me, aweiner@anthonyweiner.com. We've set up this thing. I do this thing when I talk to people on the streets. I say, send me emails, ask me anything. And we've gotten some interesting info, so we'll probably answer those as well. So thanks for listening to this and for watching. And stay tuned. I'm going to try to post this in different places. Not really my thing. Some people have commented maybe you should stay off social media, given my background. I'm kind of with them on that. But if you want to read up on any of this, Anthony@anthonyweiner.com. And it's really great to have you following the campaign. Sign up, subscribe. I don't know what you're supposed to say at the end of these things. Take care.